Hi children, good morning. How are you? Are you watching the videos? Yes. So I got a small complaint regarding the video in the previous class that it has not came properly. It is in the blur. So once again I am going to resend you children. What's the topic about that? Kaleidoscope and periscope. What do you mean by the kaleidoscope and what do you mean by the periscope? Once again I am going to send the video for you. Watch it children. Okay? Then let me go for the next topic. Okay? Watch these two videos and then I'll be back to you. Okay?
What is a kaleidoscope? It is a tube containing mirrors and pieces of colored glass and pebbles. As the viewer looks into one end, light entering the other end creates a colorful pattern due to the reflection of the mirrors when rotated. Let us perform an activity to make a kaleidoscope. Get 3 strips of plain mirrors and join them together to form a prism. Fix them in a circular cardboard tube. A cardboard disc should close one end of the tube. Pierce a hole in the center of this cardboard through which we can see. Paste a piece of transparent plastic sheet under the cardboard disc. At the other end, touching the mirrors, fix a circular plain glass plate. Place on this glass plate several small pieces of colored glass and close this end of the tube by a ground glass plate. Now look through the peephole in a well-lit area and rotate the kaleidoscope to view from the hole in the cardboard disc a variety of beautiful, colorful patterns in the tube.
A periscope is used to see objects which are not in the same level as the observer. The construction and working of a periscope is as follows. The periscope is based on the reflection of light by a plain mirror. A periscope consists of 2 plain mirror strips fixed at 45 degrees to the ends of a long, narrow tube. They are parallel to each other. Here you can see that each mirror turns the light rays by 90 degrees. The observer looking from below can see the image of the object in the lower mirror.
Yeah, I think you have watched your video. Okay? You are getting doubt I think. Why ma'am is wearing the spectacles? Yeah, today's our topic is about the human eye. My eyes are burning children. I cannot see the long distance. I think I am having defect. Let me see what is this. So, what are the important organs in our human body means each and everything is important. If you are not having ears, we cannot hear. If there is no nose, we cannot sense. Is it skin, heart, lungs? These are all important. But here, very important is our eyes. Close your eyes, children. Can you see? No. Can you hear me? Yes. So, in our world, we are having so many wonderful things, so many wonderful colors. If we want to enjoy that thing, enjoy the universe and we enjoy the environment, we need the eyes. Eyes plays a very important role in our life. Is it? Yes. So, we should be careful about our eyes. So, just we are looking the outside part of the eyes. Then how we are seeing the objects? When the light is coming only we can see. If there is no light we cannot see the objects. What is there inside of our eyes? What are the parts we are having? Through that parts, what those parts are helping for us to see the objects. Is it? You are having like this doubts? I am having children. Let me see now what are the parts we are having inside of our eyes and how it is playing the role for us. Okay, let me see through a small video about eyes, and once again I'll be back to you.
Objects are visible because of the light getting reflected from their surfaces. This reflected light enters our eyes and we see that object. What happens inside the human eye when the light rays enter it? What is it that helps us see the things around us? The human eye is roughly spherical in shape. What we're going to do in this video is understand the different parts of the eye in short, not in extreme detail. Let's begin. The outer layer of the eye is called the cornea. It's white in color and transparent. Transparent? Yes, it means that it allows light to pass through it. It acts like a tough front wall of the eye. What is its function? It protects the interior of the eye from accidents and also does not allow foreign particles to enter the eye. Okay, so this was all about the outer layer of the eye. Let's now talk about the things present inside. Behind the cornea, there's a dark muscular structure called the iris. Iris determines the color of the eye. For instance, when we say that a person has blue eyes, it means that the color of the iris of the person's eye is blue. Now there is a small opening at the center of the iris for the light to enter. Do you know what it's called? It's called the pupil. The iris actually acts like a shutter of a camera. It controls the amount of light entering the eye by enlarging or shrinking and thereby adjusting the size of the pupil. For example, when you focus the light from the torch directly into a person's eye, the iris shrinks. This is because the intensity of light is too much for the eyes to bear. The shrinking iris stops the unwanted light from entering through the pupil. And when it's dark or when there's less light, it expands, allowing more light to enter through the pupil. Okay, what happens next? The light that enters through the pupil falls on the lens kept behind. The lens is a convex lens. What is a convex lens? Convex lens is a lens which is thicker at the center than the edges. It's a converging lens. That is, it focuses all the light at one point. In a normal regular eye, this point is somewhere here on this inner boundary called retina. Why do I say a normal eye? Well, in a defective eye, this point of focus may lie either in front of the retina or behind the retina. We will talk about this defect of eye in our future videos, but first, let's go back to our normal eye where light is focused on the retina. Retina is at the back of the eye and marks the inner layer of the eyeball. Retina contains lots of nerve cells that sense the light. The nerve cells are of two kinds, namely cones, which are sensitive to bright light, and rods, which are sensitive to dim light. The message or sensation is then transferred to the brain along the optic nerve. Okay, let's quickly recap what we learned about the human eye. Human eye has a roughly spherical shape. The outer part of an eye, called the cornea, is a thick white transparent wall which protects the eye from accidents and keeps the foreign particles from entering inside. Behind the cornea, the colorful part of the eye, called the iris, is present. It has a small opening at the center called pupil. Iris controls the light entering through the pupil by contracting and expanding. Behind the pupil, there is a converging lens which focuses the light on retina. Retina consists of two types of nerve cells, namely cones and rods. They transfer the message through the optic nerve. There is a lot of information to digest, so we will stop here and continue to learn.
Yeah. Have you watched the video, children? How it is? Now you can know the parts of our eye. Is it? So we will say that if we die also, we want to live means donate our eyes. Have you heard about this? Yeah. So if we donate the eyes, 2 eyes, for 2 people we can give. So if we die also, through donating the eyes to the others, we can see. Is it? Yes. So that much importance is there for our organs. Now, how to protect the eyes, what we have to do, what we should not do. This and all we can see in the next class. Before that, still another video is waiting for you. Watch this, and for the next class, I'll be back to you. Okay? Thank you. Watch the video, children.
Eye is one of the most wonderful and perfect optical instruments. The dark colored part of the eye is called iris. The iris has a small opening called pupil. The size of this opening is adjusted by the ciliary muscles to control the amount of light entering the eyes. Behind the pupil, eye has a converging lens called eye lens. The eye lens focuses the image of an object on the retina. The capacity of the eye to adjust the focal length of the eye lens to get a clear image on the retina is termed as accommodation of eye. Focal length of the lens is adjusted with the help of the ciliary muscles connected to the lens. The least distance at which normal eye can see is known as near point. For a normal eye, it is about 25 centimeters. The farthest point up to which a normal eye can see is known as far point. The far point of a normal eye is infinity. Precautions to protect our eyes. Wash your eyes at least twice a day with clean and cold water. Do not use too bright or too dim light while reading or doing work that requires a close look. Raise your eyes from time to time while you're reading, watching television, or doing work that requires a close look. Do not read in a moving bus or a car. Avoid reading even in a moving train. Never rub your eyes if something gets into them. The tears which come to our eyes will wash it out or wash with clean cold water. In an event of injury, consult a doctor.